Well, that's about MIT or Mapua. But there's another school in this country that produces top-notch graduates in various IT fields. From a fledgling campus with only 13 computers in 1980, the AMA Computer University has grown to more than 100 branches here and abroad. And having produced hundreds of thousands of IT experts, it was but natural for AMA to pioneer Asia's first IT university. And to tell us more about this is Dr. Alma de la Cruz. She's the AMA Vice President for Academic Affairs. And joining her is Chris Satula, the AMA Vice President for Global Education Services. Alma and Chris, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting us. And good evening to everyone.
Well, of course, hindi naman Mapua lang ang bibigyan natin ng pansin dito. Of course, when you talk about IT training, AMA, of course, is at the forefront of that training. And exactly what has AMA contributed to the Philippines in terms of training Filipino IT specialists?
Well, from its humble beginnings in the 1980s, as you've mentioned, with only very few students, we've become a university in the early 2000s. And from there, we have integrated several training packages which are being sponsored by our industry partners in our curriculum. Therefore, this allows our students to be trained in the different and various industry-demanded skills so that when we graduate the students, they are assured of jobs and they are actually technically and digitally equipped with the skills, knowledge, and competencies which are being required by most industries, not only here in the Philippines, but also outside of the Philippines.
But I think what I'm really curious to find out is whether or not the knowledge and the skills that the students of AMA gain while they're on campus are actually funneled back to doing something productive or beneficial for the Philippines itself. I mean, in the fields of IT here in the Philippines, can you say that a lot of AMA people are helping out?
Yeah, the AMA graduates are being hired by actually most of the IT industries here in the Philippines. One, because, as you know, for example, Oracle and SAP are selling their softwares to a lot of industries in the Philippines and a lot of companies in the Philippines. So it means that we have to produce graduates who are actually experts in this particular application. So therefore, when we have graduates which are very good in these particular softwares and designs, then these are being hired by industries which are using this software. So in a way, the development and the contributions of our students in the development of the software industries is becoming somehow not negligible, actually.
Okay, but you're talking about training people in software that was developed.
So this is mostly application of software which are developed by vendor companies.
But would AMA also be able to train, a lot of people into developing local software that would be at par with the kind of software maybe that Oracle or SAP has developed?
Yes, to support the curriculum of AMA, we forged partnership with the experts in the industry. We have partnership with Microsoft, Oracle, SAP, and IBM, and JEDI for the Java. So that's the software skills, and they are using the standardized content of our partners. So from that, the discipline in developing application was good for the students.
And these are applications that are developed for local industries?
Yes, because we partner with our curriculum allows our students to develop their own projects at the end of the program. This is a terminal requirement. These are the thesis or the design projects in the engineering program. It allows our students to apply all the skills that they have learned and using all these softwares and applications and acquire this to actual industry or actual life problems. And to help our students achieve this, we actually partner with a lot of industries in the Philippines, and then we forge MOA with these MOAs, with these industries that will accept our students, and then they will identify problems that they wish to be solved, and our students would be able to develop this together with the companies. And they are using the softwares that are developed by our students. One particular software I can mention actually was the development of the different e-government projects that we partnered with. One in Quezon province. So we helped a lot of LGUs develop their e-government sites and all.
When you say e-government, are you talking about procurement of supplies and services and that kind of e-government?
Part of it, yes, part of it. But it's not all our students, of course. There are also other experts. But our students are exposed to this, and they provide the backbone of this programming skills and design skills. So they have that. They acquire that in the curriculum, and then they apply it to real problems.
Yeah.
Okay.
So real-life application kaagad yung nagagawa ng training nila.
Actually, our curriculum is focused towards real-life application, actually. It's not more of the knowledge, but we have a balance between knowledge and skills application. And we anchor our applications to real-life solutions and problems that would help the industries needing these applications. And we know that a lot of LGUs and a lot of private companies needs this. And they get it with less cost because they are...
Because it's locally developed.
Yeah, they are just providing the expenses, minimum expenses for our students, and our students provide the expertise for this.
I want to ask Chris, is the Philippines now considered an IT-oriented society, or we still haven't achieved that level of IT awareness among Filipinos?
Yes, Philippines is considered as one of the best IT users. In the global report conducted by World Bank, Philippines the 85th place in the IT users.
85th place?
85th,
That's a long way down from number one.
Yes.
Because the first world countries like US, Australia, they are the number one because of the high income of the country.
Okay.
And the propensity of the company to procure all of these technologies. And
so it really is the cost of acquiring technology to train people too that also determines whether your people achieve that kind of IT awareness.
Yes.
So the awareness probably, or not the awareness, but the determination to learn is there, because I can imagine just how many people enroll in IT courses. I mean, how much is it, how much is the enrollment now?
We have more than 150,000 students at the moment enrolled in our more than 200 campuses in the Philippines.
Wow.
And we have thousands outside of the Philippines. Like we have an AMA University, International University in Bahrain, where we have about 6,000 students enrolled.
When did that open?
It opened in 2003. We are just on our seventh year, and we are producing a lot of IT graduates also. So we are not only conquering the Philippines, but we are also in the Middle East. We just opened our Jeddah campus, and we have partnership with China and Hong Kong for 2 other international campuses.
Wow, so that's the kind of expansion that AMA's doing. But in those campuses, you're not training Filipinos, you're training other nationalities, right?
Aside from other nationalities, like in the case in Bahrain, we have also Filipinos because there are OFW there.
Yung dependents ng mga OFWs.
We have the next population in Bahrain of our students, the next is Filipino students.
Yeah.
We have a lot of Filipinos.
Exactly, what is the challenge now to the IT education community? What is it that, I guess, prevents, aside from the cost, prevents the Philippines from maybe developing world-class software, yung mga tipong masasabi mong at par na with maybe what comes out, mga Microsoft or even Apple? When do we see somebody come out na ganong klaseng level na that you can say will be equal to what Microsoft or Apple has sa kanilang ranks?
You know, this program that will produce this output are actually under the discipline of computer science or computing programs. These are the programs that allows the students to develop their computing skills, not the application skills. And this is different from IT. IT is actually making use of available softwares and design softwares and apply them to make life easier for all of us. So these are the applications of the softwares developed by those coming from MIT and Stanford and all. So what you are actually interested is how we become some sort of like Stanford's or MIT and produce graduates of this caliber. It's because it's on the area of computer science, which is a hardcore research. So this research are into designing algorithms, new algorithms, designing programs. But I think, and
Does AMA go into that too?
Yeah, we are actually gearing up towards that. We are enhancing our research programs, and we are developing our research agenda towards producing our very own softwares, our very own design of softwares. And we are gearing this towards the theme of sustainable, sustainability for the environment, something like that, to develop software in line with this trust, which is the green thing.
Sure.
And I know it means leapfrogging from where we are now, but I guess with the support of our owner and the chairman of AMA Education System, Ambassador Amable R. Aguiluz, he is now into giving us a lot of budget so that we will realize this research endeavors that we have right now.
Well, a lot of people worldwide probably think that Indians are pretty good programmers, right?
Yes.
They're very good when it comes to IT, and I guess they deserve that kind of reputation. We see them everywhere. But what exactly gives them that edge, and why shouldn't Filipinos be equal to that kind of stature?
Yeah, because maybe the English communication is good for the Filipinos compared to the other countries. So
Mas magaling ang Pinoy sa English.
yes. So
Indians are better programmers, you're saying?
Is it the hard wiring ng utak nila that they actually get
but
more?
Indians are best in math. When I was in India, they are good in
Or
math.
perhaps they have a greater supply in terms of numbers, so that's why we notice that they have greater number of programmers. But I believe that because we only started and we were the first to offer a bachelor's degree in computer science. We started this in the 1980s, and you know, it's assures, as we were saying, we really need a lot of investments in this. But
Sure. Do you think the government is doing well by the IT community to support training programs for Filipinos?
They're
guess so, yes.
they're partnering with private universities for IT training.
Yeah.
The
they're
OST.
you think they're doing enough?
Yes,
Uh-huh.
but
they're doing enough.
but
But
the
I
funding
think they have
is-
to strengthen the support to the ICT projects that they're doing. Like, for example, we recently are talking about delivering e-training in the agricultural sector. So support from the government would be most welcome.
IT training for the agri sector.
Agricultural sector, yes.
So what does that mean? Training farmers?
Yes.
Farmers.
Application of IT in the agricultural sector.
Wow.
there's a technology in farming.
Uh-huh. And IT, meaning to say what? That they can
Not only hardware, but
hardware.
also
calculate their potential harvest given the amount of fertilizer or water that they invest in.
Yes.
Somewhere.
They can
yes.
control the system.
May mga farmers na bang natututong mag-ganon?
They need to undergo the training, yes.
But do they? Are there farmers who do get to go to training?
I guess there are, but you know, as we can see that the farmers are also in the provinces, and that's why, you know, one of the vision of our chairman is to allow IT to be accessible by most of the population of the Philippines, and that's the reason behind establishing a lot of campuses in the Philippines,
yes, sure.
because we cannot concentrate only in the metro, so that we will have to allow all the other provinces to have access to IT education, so that, you know, we have Zamboanga, Cotabato, and farthest north we have that. And recently, you know, Tony, we have this what we call technology, which we deliver lectures via satellite.
Ooh, okay.
It's something like while I'm talking right now.
With
and,
teleconferencing.
yeah, it's not actually teleconferencing, but it's a VSAT lecture. Like, I'm going to give a lecture right now, and all our students all over the Philippines can view this, can listen to us. And
In
it
a
is
single hour,
interactive because they can ask questions to the lecturer. The good thing about this is that it allows AMA to field experts in the field of IT, not only in IT, but in the different other disciplines. And we have provided access to this premier lecture to all the students, even in Zamboanga, in Cotabato, in Santiago, Isabela, in Tugigaraw, in Cagayan.
Even Lawag.
So they have access to the same IT education because of this pioneering technology application that AMA is using at the moment. And this is using via satellite lectures.
VSAT.
That's pretty good. All right. Well, thank you very much for coming to the show. Very interesting, and good luck, of course, to all the endeavors of AMA. Sabi nyo nga, you're expanding worldwide, so hopefully we see a lot more AMA branches internationally, also for the benefit, of course, of Filipinos who do also live abroad. So, Dr. Alma de la Cruz and Chris Satulan, thanks very much for coming to Future
Thank you
Focus.
very much.
Thank you.
Well, coming up next, it's Domo Arigato, Mr. Roboto, as we take a look at the country's recent staging of the World Robot Olympiad.